Who came into the house and said, "Hey, baby, let's buy a golf course"?
Yeah. Well, I said that.
You and Chris are going to be in here talking about God knows what.
Oh, yeah.
Howdy. Welcome to the Butch and Chris Show. My name is Butch Renfro, but that's not your problem. With me, as always, at the podcast table, we have, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Mr. Christopher Brown Curtis.
What's up, folks? How's everybody out there in TV land?
They love you. They do.
That chick's back.
standing O.
That chick is back.
Man, I don't know. I think I see an Adam's apple. I don't know.
Oh, Lord.
I know.
Oh,
Chris
my
doesn't care.
Lord.
Oh,
Yes,
my
Chris does care.
Yeah. But anyway, folks, the Butch and Chris Show is the podcast that we started a while back and renamed it, and here we are. And we are actually out and about once again this week. We are at the Persimmon Ridge Disc Golf and Events Center Resort.
It's all pretty
I just
good.
threw a lot of words out there, so. But
Yeah.
PersimmonRidgeResort.com.
Yeah. Is that the actual URL? See,
Yeah.
I should have had you throw your URL on the your website address and all of that. So, but you're on the social medias and stuff. You're doing TikTok.
Sure.
And,
Yeah, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
Something.
I don't think we're snapping or tendering yet, are we?
no, I don't know that you want a tender on there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's a bad
joining
idea.
us at the podcast table tonight are Kim and Steve Jones.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. Who, by the way, yesterday celebrated their 41st wedding anniversary, and Kim was a child bride. And,
Yes, I was 4 if you're trying to do the math.
Yeah.
I was 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was the Ozarks, people.
We're just happy they wasn't related.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, they're Kim and Steve Jones, and so they are a married couple. They're not brother and sisters.
Right.
This is
Or cousins.
This is not Mississippi. Come on,
A married couple from Arkansas.
yeah.
Wow.
You know the difference between a tornado and the way. How's that joke?
It's a
go?
divorce in Arkansas.
It's a tornado are the same.
Yeah.
Either way, somebody's losing a trailer. So.
That's a good one.
So we're here at Persimmon Ridge, and I think the number one question that I have is whose idea was it? Who came into the house and said, "Hey, baby, let's buy a golf course"?
Yeah. Well, I said that.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, and you know the story is it was just late in the evening and things were they were happening fast. The house was sold. We didn't know where we were going to go, and I saw the golf course was for sale on Zillow. It's funny you could find it in some places and not in others, and I thought real quickly I needed to tell Kim, "Hey, Persimmon Ridge golf course is for sale."
And I was crawling into bed.
She was
10:30 at night, and he hollered that in to me from the other room, and I hollered back, "We're not buying a effing golf course."
She did say effing.
And I went to bed, and I thought that was the end of the story.
Yeah.
Until the next day.
I was like, well, shit. What am I going to do now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next day, he talked me into driving out here.
Yeah.
And we did, and looked down at the property, and it was just amazing. And I just said, well, that's so beautiful. I guess you could see what the next step is. Take the next step.
Yeah.
It's just history from there.
So did you buy it with the idea at the time of converting it into a disc golf course, or were you just going to try to keep it as a golf course and and start off with that, or did you have the idea?
So it was more than what we were looking for land wise, and
It's a 90-acre property.
yeah. So I tossed the idea by Kim that we could do something else with it if she wanted. So
Right. So we sat on the property for a few months. I mean, and just Steve said he wanted to let it speak to us. He's a little more touchy-feely than I am.
Yeah.
And finally we decided to be a wedding venue, right? And everybody was a wedding venue
Yeah.
at that time. And so we had a few weddings out here, and it was a lot of extra cleaning and extra getting ready for the brides and just a lot extra.
yeah, you can't clean up all the spiders, and we built an arch. It was funny down below that lake over here. I don't know if you saw it, but I built this beautiful arch. I thought it was beautiful, and it was like day 2 or day 3. I looked out, and there's a snake. There's a platform there with the arch built on it, and there's a snake on it, and I was like, in that moment, I knew we were not going to be a wedding venue much longer.
hilarious.
Brides are not going to go for that. But while we're here, we're building the wedding venue and trying to get some folks interested in having weddings out here. Steve said, well, maybe we could have a few disc golf baskets and our adult children would come and hang out with us.
Yeah.
We've got 3 sons.
Yeah, I guess at the time, they were from 22 or 23 to 35, or so, give or take a year. So, invited them to design a course a few times. I had no idea. I thought they could just tell me where to put a basket. I didn't know there's a design element to it. But I was out on the end of the property over there. My good friend Chris, thank you, Chris, was with me, and I was telling him the story just exactly like we just told you. And Chris says, "Oh, I know a guy," and I was like, "Well, Chris, I wasn't talking about like building a golf course. I was just talking about bringing the kids out." But he was on it because Chris loves disc golf, and I'm glad he does. And he called our course designer Matt Lloyd, and it's just. He was really excited at the opportunity. He said he'd been dreaming of an opportunity like that. So, the disc golf world is what's Kevin Bacon? 7 degrees from Kevin Bacon. Disc golf's 2.
2.
You can get to about anybody in disc golf in about 2.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So, I just thought that was because that was the first thing I thought of when I knew we were going to come up here. I said, okay, I have to know who would come in because I know what my wife would tell me. You're out of your mind.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
It didn't make any sense. It truly didn't, other than it was, I played a little bit with Chris over at the lake a few years earlier, but just a time or 3, disc golf is not what a person should necessarily do with their land. I'll just say that. I mean, a lot of people out there, if they got 40 or 50 acres, they're like, hey, I'm going to put in a disc golf course. Well, just be mindful that it's probably different than what you think it is.
Yeah.
Running a business in disc golf is interesting.
So, were you guys like the first big course in the state?
No,
to open
we
up?
weren't. No.
I don't think we were.
Matt Lloyd, our course designer from Northwest Arkansas,
Oh, okay. So
designed
he's
courses in Russellville and Conway, and there's a big course in Jonesboro called This Side of Heaven that actually hosts the Disc Golf Pro Tour events. And so, disc golf was pretty well established. Matt designed our course as a championship style course, and he
Right.
said, Miss Kim, everybody's going to have to grow into this.
Yeah.
Because, it's 90 acres with elevation, and we have a gold layout that's really hard, and a blue layout that's even still hard, but supposed to be easier, and it's just a hard course.
There were some people early on that hadn't been on a course that was difficult like this, and a few times they were frustrated, and they didn't know that that's what they were coming into. Again, now the word's out, so people look to come out here and have the course devastate them. Some of them do. So, nobody gets mad about it anymore.
I just remember, because after I got you and Matt
Yes.
in touch with each other, I kind of stepped away not to be in the middle of anything. And then after he finished it and I came out here, I was just like, Steve was driving me around. I said, I am going to kick Matt Lloyd's ass. I will never shoot down on this course. Good God Almighty, what are we doing?
And we won't.
No,
We won't.
no. It's
Chris
brutal.
says he didn't build this course for me.
No. No.
We built it. He built it for the top disc golfers in the world, really. And and it has it's been a challenge for those guys, and I think they enjoy it. They all say they do.
Yeah.
And they shoot good scores out here. They get good ratings, but nobody comes out here and devastates our course. We were a little worried that somebody was going to come out here and just take this this little country course and chew it up and shoot 18 down on it. And but that's not happening. It'll never happen.
So what is the course record?
Right now it's 12 down.
12 under, yeah.
Yeah, it's 12 under. Jake Hebenheimer holds that, and then tying that record is Andrew Marweed, probably one of the best putters in the world. Andrew shot 11 down, but one of the holes had a different par designation on it when Andrew was here versus when Jake was here. So they actually are tied with that.
Wow.
And even prior to that, we had an original course design when we were still a wedding venue.
Okay.
And Kevin Jones had a 13 down, I
think
believe.
he did, 12 or 13.
12 or 13 down on that design. And then basically we realized disc golfers are just way more cool than brides, right?
Yeah,
So, yeah, we don't do weddings anymore. And when we stopped doing weddings, we reached back out to Matt Lloyd and said, okay, if you want to come and redesign some things. And so that's...
Let's just jump all in.
Yeah.
Because we weren't. Kim had these rules like, well, we don't want the baskets around the
anywhere
event
where the
center,
brides
right?
could see. Yeah. And so Matt Lloyd redesigned the course, and that's where we got, the really cool hole number 1 and hole number 18, and we've got some really cool redesigns, and so that's where the course record gets a little foggy, because of the different designs.
Well, it's beautiful land. I had not been out here since it was a golf course.
Yeah.
Golf. We call it ball golf.
Ball golf. Yeah, the other kind of golf.
The
Right?
real golf.
The real golf. Ball golf.
And even then, with that course layout, I was telling Steve before we started recording, I think it's the course that ate the most golf balls of mine that day. That's like, well, that's gone, and
we're still finding them.
yeah, you probably, I'm sure you do.
Raleigh
I bet
finds
you
them
find
all the
them all
time.
in the woods and everything
Everywhere.
around there. So.
Yeah. When we first bought the property, people would come out here and they would play and they would bring us golf balls at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Might be 100 of them.
yeah, we don't need any more. I mean, we inherited 4,000. Yeah, when we bought the property.
That is
and
amazing.
So we just let people take them home with them now.
So as you guys said, the decision was your sons played disc golf and Chris
A little bit. I mean,
and
they weren't as. Chris is.
Oh,
he's an avid disc golfer. My children just
absolutely
are
all
aware
in.
of it. So, but yeah.
I am all in, for sure.
Yeah, Chris is all. As a matter of fact, you've been playing a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I want to brag on Chris is that some of his dye, he has a little. Folks, Chris has a business where he dyes disc.
Cindy Curtis will not call that a business.
You can check it out. It's the Spotted Skunk Dyes, I believe is what it is, and he does a really good job. He's got a style that's all his own. We sell some of his disc, and a lot of the folks that come here have Chris dye for them, and he's really good at doing some different things on disc than what you're going to see other disc dyers do. He's really artistic, and
Yeah, he is.
yeah,
Wow.
special. I'd
Thank
say
you.
he's special.
Yeah.
Not window liquor special.
Well, now don't sell him short.
Damn it, Kim, I like the purple crayons.
That sounded really bad. I didn't mean it like that. We love you, Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I just think it's really cool, and I just want to go ahead and say now that you guys have been named by which publication of
Well, so Newsweek magazine
right?
is who put out 15 different courses
Right.
in the middle of June for a vote.
And they were top tier courses,
Right.
as we're aware.
Yeah, 15 top tier courses for a vote for the fans to choose their favorite.
Great.
And it was a 30-day vote, and it was an online QR code kind of thing.
Right.
And they monitored it. You couldn't have any, I don't know, all the little gimmicky ways people can get extra votes or
Cheat.
what have you.
So they cut down on the cheating.
Right.
Yeah.
We were allowed to vote one time, and we did, and we asked our fans to vote, and they did. They voted for us, and we won the number one
That's
fans'
fantastic.
choice.
Yeah, well, congratulations. That's great.
Yeah, it's really. We really. I think honestly, we were hoping to crack the top 10. But we're a rural state. We just these courses that are in around Austin, for example, or in Oregon. These are large states. California,
Vermont.
yeah.
even.
I mean, they bring a different
Heavy
population. Yeah. So we're very fortunate that that's the case. And I'd like to see the votes. I mean, I would love to see where everybody is from that voted for us, and because we truly are a destination course. During the week, particularly during the week, more than half of our clientele has traveled in from out of state to come play with us during the week.
That's great.
So Texas is, I would say, is probably the heaviest, and then
Oklahoma, Memphis.
Oklahoma. Yeah, there's a lot of Florida.
What's your busy season? Do you have one time of year that you get more? Would it be spring or fall or somewhere around there?
Yeah, it seems like when disc golf is starting back up again, that March April season time frame has been bigger. We keep up with it. What the numbers and stuff are around then. Some of that I wonder if it's because we've been having these bigger tournaments at that time too. So we have was it early March? I guess we've had the top professional players in the world out here 2 years in a row. So
that's for me. I mean, because I'm really involved out here, as y'all know.
Absolutely.
For me, that was a dream that I'd had for 25 years to get the top pros here. I met my first top pro in probably 99, 98, and it was cool. He was cool. They were just traveling through and stopped at Burns Park, and I just happened to be there. Ended up playing around with a guy, and he played for a world championship. It was pretty cool. But disc golf has changed so much in the last 20 years. It's gotten really big, and now it's on a world stage where the Worlds were in Europe this year.
Yeah, Finland, right?
Yeah, Finland. Yeah. That's right. So it's been cool to see.
Yeah. Gannon Burgess won the world championship in Finland, and he was just here in March. With the Calvin Heimberg, who had just won the week before, I think, another major. And
Owens
Scoggins, yeah.
Owens been here. Owens hilarious. She's from Vietnam. Is that right? Is that her nationality?
I'm not sure. I know lives in California.
Yeah, she does. I mean, she's an American citizen, but she's still got an accent, and she is hysterical. I love Owens Scoggins. She was.
Owens actually.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Can you edit that out?
Oh no, that's not.
We gotta have that.
No, we're keeping that. That's.
Yeah. So Miss Owens, she's 40 plus years old, and she showed all those young girls here this last week that she's still a contender.
She's still a contender.
She is.
So,
She's crazy.
Oh, what?
You want to talk about that tournament, the tour?
Yeah, tell us about the tour.
Yeah, so the Go Throw Tour was actually started with Luke Humphreys, who's a professional disc golfer, and a camera crew from GK Pro, and they changed their names to the Go Throw Tour. And last year they were here during the solar eclipse weekend, and that was huge.
That was big.
Yeah. And then this year they were here late March and stayed a week. And, we've just had a good relationship with Luke Humphreys. They started the OTB Skins matches here, which is a weekly event. And those, those events started here during.
Yeah, I mean, I would say
2020.
that's a disc golf staple. Everybody in the world knows about the disc golf tour skins matches.
Yeah.
And
But we
those
didn't-
literally were started right. We didn't realize they were started here, but I saw it started right here.
Yeah, we didn't know that they didn't always do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So
Guys, these are the fantastic people who support the Butch and Chris show with a monthly contribution of $3. And, and of course, first on the list we have
Big Daddy Rage.
ladies and gentlemen, Big Daddy Rage. He gets he gets top billing.
Shut up, Ted.
Shut up, Ted.
Smiley.
Smiley.
Cadis.
Kate Salter.
I love this guy's name, man. I can't help it.
He's a good guy. I'm actually having breakfast with him tomorrow morning.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Tell him I love his name,
Yeah.
man. Roger McDougal.
Roger McDougal. Melinda Hignite.
Dusty Breeze.
Good old Dusty Breeze, who
This is not
I have to call him before too long. He went to see the Goo Goo Dolls a couple of nights ago. I want to see
Did
how
he
the
really?
show was. Yeah.
Amp.
Amp. Chris B. Thank you, Chris.
Nancy Schwartz.
Nancy Schwartz. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Josh Ramsey.
Fran.
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 Fran Adams.
Fran. Donna's husband. Moving on to Tanya Highland, our first ever producer.
Tanya, we really love you.
We do. And with eternal love to Linda and Steven. If you want to support this podcast, you can do it by going to butchandchris.com and join the list with these fine people right here. Do you have any funny stories about, anything come to mind about that you did not expect to happen when you were developing the whole disc golf?
Well, one of the funny things is when we were buying the property, and I went to talk to the bank about borrowing the money. They asked me if it was going to continue to be a golf course, and I told them it wasn't.
which was true.
It wasn't. And I signed all kinds of documents stating that we weren't going to be a golf course. And how ironic is it that ultimately we are a disc golf course?
Well, you weren't you're a disc golf course, not a
Yeah,
golf
the
course.
irony, right?
Yeah.
Not a golf course.
Yeah, not a golf, ball golf. Ball golf.
Ball golf.
Yeah. So this is like, there's a lot of work that goes into this. I mean, is it? I mean, you live like.
Yeah, we didn't show you, but
Yeah.
about 40 feet that way, there's is a little apartment. It's about 400 square feet.
Yeah.
Kim and I live in it, and we have a little cottage that we built right next door over here. I really built it out of the cart shed, and it's really cool. And we lived there for about 5 years, and then we were remodeling it. And when we came over here, we realized that this connected us with the people coming in a little more. So we decided to stay over here, and now we rent out our little cottage over here to disc golfers.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
great.
so-
It is. It's really cool. It kind of started with the Go Throw Tour camera crew, and a guy from OTB stayed there during that tournament in March, and then in April we just started opening it up, to the general public to come and rent out, and it's gone over really well.
So what's the plans for the future? I mean, you got.
Yeah, cabins of some sort, whether it be glamping, glamping setup of
A
some
yurt.
sort. Yeah,
Maybe.
it could be a yurt. I mean, we've looked at that sort of thing. Probably not going to be, but we want to do kind of set up a little community, if you will, with common spaces. Disc golfers are pretty cool at sharing.
Yeah.
And so that's coming pretty quick.
But guys, I mean, it's just a really cool story. I love to see people who take a chance, and you got people like Chris here who knew somebody that was able to. It's just cool how things like that come
It
together.
is. Yeah. He says, I know a guy, and everybody knows a guy.
Yeah, everybody.
But he really did
He
know a
really
guy.
did know the guy. It was so wonderful.
Yeah.
So I want to clarify something for everybody, because we've talked about this being a championship level course. Now, several years ago, Steve actually added a course that goes across the property that's started with 9 holes, and it was.
They were really cool, weren't they?
Yeah,
cool,
man, and I still like playing that. I still like playing that original layout, and I told him at one time, because we're always playing together, I said, "Yeah, man, I think you could squeeze 18 in here. This is awesome." Man.
I was like, "You think I can make it fit?"
I think you can make it fit.
I thought about it for years.
So now it's the fun cello course, and it's very, very beginner friendly, and it's challenging.
But you're not going to get better, at the easy level. You know what I mean?
You will.
No. You don't
want to get your teeth kicked in on the golf course. That's for sure.
But like if you're going to like just some beginner level course, that's a great way to start out. But you're not going to progress.
Oh, right.
At that kind of course like you can at a more challenging.
Yeah, I think what Chris is trying to describe is we've got a little something for everybody over here now, from beginners all the way up, and truthfully, we get families in here sometimes that have no idea what a disc is, really.
It happens all the time.
Yeah. So they'll need to learn how to even just hold the disc, or what what are they? Is it a putter? Is it a fairway? Is it a driver? And and actually, Kim actually has helped some families out here lately when there's been no one else around, and had just really good success with people coming and saying they've had a great time out there throwing. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens because I'm a beginner too. I'm terrible.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be good to play disc golf.
To have a good time. It's all about having fun, man.
It is.
It's a very good time.
If I can just jump in, one of the most this may go to one of those stories that you were asking about. So to me what made the most sense is we were going to have a double glow round. We were playing disc golf in the dark, and somebody came in, they didn't have a partner, and I didn't play back then. This was around 2019, 2020, something like that. And they asked me if I'd play and just be their partner. I'm like, yeah, I'll go play. And I was thinking like golf, and I have a smack talk game that I love to unleash. When we're playing golf, and I'm getting ready, and I get down there and just and it's. Immediately when I got down there, and I was talking smack all the way, and the guy said, "Hey, listen, Steve, let's tell you about disc golf." And I'm going to mess this story up a little bit. It's unintentional, but I believe it was our friend John Sanders and
Mitch Trotter,
and they're like, "Hey, so what we do, Steve, when we get down here
on hole number one?"
Yeah, and it was pre-COVID. He says, so everybody just gives everybody a high five before they start. And wish them good luck and stuff like that. Hey, let's have a great round. And then before we finish the round, when we get to the last hole, we're all going to do it again and tell each other what a great time we had and that kind of stuff. And it's really just all about the vibe and the energy of disc golf. And that is true. And that's one of the coolest things to experience. I mean, I would argue that it changed my life, just being around competition, if you will, from a different perspective.
A friendly, supportive type competition.
Yeah, absolutely. If you pulled up YouTube and watched any pro disc golf tournament, and you saw them fixing the tee off on the number one tee, you would see all those pros fist bumping each other, telling them have good rounds.
Maybe giving a hug.
Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, it's from top to bottom. It's pretty cool.
That's the truth. I mean, that's one of the things that got us committed to disc golf is the people and the vibe and just how cool and genuine everybody is. We get people from all walks of life here, different demographics, socioeconomic, different religions and non-religions and Democrat, Republican, whatever. Everybody gets along on the disc golf course. They just support each other, and it's like you said, high fives all around.
And now there's a lot of "Hey, I love you" stuff goes on around here, right? Like it.
Yeah. I mean,
you have to kind of get out of. If you're uncomfortable with that, you hang out with disc golfers for a while, and you'll be like, I can say I love you now without it feeling weird.
Yeah, I work with a guy that, and he's definitely not that type, and it kind of made me think of talking like that. But even today, we were on the team's meeting this morning, and he comes in and he goes, "It's getting a little bit too feely-filled for me." So if you can't do the feely-filled, maybe
Yeah.
Well, you say that, but there are also a lot of disc golfers that just enjoy the solitude of playing disc golf.
Yeah.
You know, and they
Because you
don't.
can get out there by yourself and just kind
Absolutely.
of.
Yeah, I mean, we get some. There's a lot of folks in the world that, well, we might call them socially awkward, or they may
Yeah.
not just enjoy visiting with people.
Yeah.
And that's okay. They have a heck of a time playing disc golf, and they can find their own space and their own peace out here.
Yeah, sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need to get out of your head.
I want to touch on something you brought up a while ago. Your smack talk game.
Yeah.
Me and Steve generally played golf together. I mean,
We had a spell there where we played a lot of golf together.
Yep.
Yeah.
but we'll get some of these young guys on there, and they get up there and they start talking smack, and I'm like, "You're not ready for this, kid. You are not ready for this," and they're not.
They're not as seasoned. The smack.
They're not ready for this.
Yeah, you know, it's too bad that I can't just unleash on them like I really want to, you know. But it would just hurt their feelings.
You'd hurt their feelings,
You
yeah.
would. You'd liable to have somebody in tears, and already just with just the little things that we do out there and stuff, people are like, "Oh, Steve is serious," you know. And then I'm like, "Oh, we just starting."
Yeah.
Well,
What's
we
one
both
that
come from ball golf, so yeah, it's a lot of smack talking ball golf. So,
Oh, it was when we played, right?
yeah, for sure.
One of the best ones I've ever heard, and it's something you can use even in a family-friendly environment. But I was about to putt one day, and I'm sitting there, and the fella, he was on another team. He goes, "You look like the kind of guy that would yell at your spouse in public." Oh my gosh! I lost it. I was like, okay, I have to walk away for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was the best line as far as just smack dunk, like right before a putt. You look like the kind of guy that would yell at your wife in public.
But you wouldn't.
Of course, no. No, she knows where the firearms are. I absolutely would not. But no, it's a beautiful land, and it's just a really cool story that you guys were able to make this happen because, risk and reward, and so in that end, what's the most rewarding thing you can say that you guys get from Persimmon Ridge?
Yeah, you want to go first?
I don't know. There's so many rewards. I think the relationships that we've built with a lot of the people that have come here.
Oh man, they're all so much family.
Right. Our disc golf family, for sure. I mean, we
So
have.
you got a whole new family out of this.
Oh, yeah.
then.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Good folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a community, and we hope to provide a sense of community for people too. But I think that's probably what comes to my mind first.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, when as I visit with Kim, she just loves what we're doing,
Yeah.
and because she loves it, I love it.
Yeah.
It's and I tell you what I really like is letting these disc golfers come out here, and when I like telling them, I want you to exercise every freedom you think you've got out there.
Yeah.
Because who else is going to tell somebody to go just be free?
Yeah.
So
Just enjoy yourself out
you
there.
just enjoy yourself, have a good time, and it's working. Whatever it is working, and we're fortunate to be where we are, and I probably are here for a reason. I don't know what it is, but we're here for a reason.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Chris, you got anything?
I think we've covered it all, man.
I know.
It's a
Let
hell
me
of
ask
a ride.
you, Chris. What do you enjoy best about? Because you play out here.
I love the game.
You just love the game.
I absolutely love the game. And but that being said, Steve will be the first one to tell you, I don't care about score. I do, but I don't. A lot of the times when we're playing together, I don't care about the score. I'm actually just trying to work on a part of my game, something that I feel like, if I'm not playing in a tournament, and the minis are fun, and I don't really consider them a tournament.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a tournament, does it? But aren't they fun?
It is so much
Yeah.
fun. Have a
The
great
minis
time.
are every Sunday we gather up together. A lot of different people come out and we play one round. It's a different course every week.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and we call it our Big Sunday Mini.
It's like a mini tournament.
Big Sunday
Mini
mini
tournament.
tournament.
Just one round, and the guys and the gals put in $5 to the pot, and then the proceeds go out to the winners, by division. So we have recreational, intermediate, advanced, pro,
Ace
Yeah.
pots. We were going a couple of weeks ago. 3 aces got hit in one day.
Yeah.
Wow.
You were one of them.
I was one of them. Yeah.
It was very rare.
It was very rare.
That was a Cali round, which is almost like a mulligan on every hole, a do-over, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, guys, man, thanks for so much for letting us come
Butch,
out here
thanks for
and,
having
and,
us.
and let you guys
Yeah.
tell your story. I mean, Chris has been saying, man, we got to get up there, and I do too. But it's just, finally the schedule allowed this week. Yeah, I'm actually good to go. So
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. You're a pretty good interviewer, by the way.
Oh, thanks. I don't think so. I think I get in my own way sometimes. But,
Well,
don't-
now
I don't think
we
so.
just got to put a disc in your hand, Butch.
you know what? Chris has been telling me that for years.
Yeah,
And,
well, you're here. You've got no reason.
I know. I'm here. I got to do it.
We're going to rattle those chains.
we have a golf cart. You don't have to do all that walking stuff.
Yeah,
That's
no, I need to get.
Everybody
the steps
says
in.
that, but there's nothing like playing with a golf cart.
No. You don't need to get your steps in out here. I promise you.
Probably saying
Golf carts are very
golf
popular.
carts are the way to go.
They are.
Okay.
Sure.
I remember. There's stories I'll tell you all off microphone of me in a golf cart at a tournament.
Doesn't everybody have a golf cart story?
Oh, it's fantastic, but it's someone that you'll recognize the name.
Oh, let's go.
Folks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Butch and Chris Show. So tell them where they can go to find out all about Persimmon Ridge.
Yeah, our website, www.persimmonridgeresort.com.
Did you have to say that?
WWW.
Yeah, you can find us Persimmon Ridge Resort on Facebook. I don't know what your
On
Tinder handle
Instagram,
is. Instagram
and TikTok, it's Kim at the Ridge.
Kim at the Ridge on the TikToks. I think I follow you, but I'll have to make
We've
sure.
just started in the last 3 weeks
Yeah.
TikTok, and we have a YouTube channel that we're going to get going again. We did a little bit of it a few years back when Michael Mayo worked with us, and we're going to get inspired and get
Well,
on YouTube
fantastic.
again.
Chris?
YouTubes. But
No, I was going to say, you got anything?
I'm good.
He's just happy to be here.
I'm
Chris is
good.
happy to
We
be
got
here.
time to go throw, Chris?
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Think we can throw some.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the Butch and Chris Show. We're almost live from Persimmon Ridge. You people have your day. I can't even talk at this point.
Let's go.
I'm the one been
go.
drinking.
I know.
AMF, guys.
I had a sugared Coke. That's my problem.